Welcome back. My name is David. This is Spencer, and this is Aftermath. Welcome back to Aftermath, the Sportscast. We cover the 9-1-2 area. We just finished up week 2. Recapping week 2. This is flying by already. Couple good games this week. A lot of blowouts again this week. But we're gonna go over them. Hopping right into Savannah Christian Islands game. This was a Thursday night game. 56-14. Savannah Christian. Not completely surprised by the score. I am partly surprised the Islands put up 14 on them. Savannah Country Day to Pinewood Christian. Another fantastic game by Savannah Christian, 52-0. I want to make a note.
Country Day, you said Savannah Christian.
Oh, I'm sorry. Country Day, I do want to make a note that Country Day has outscored their opponents 100-0 in 2 weeks. Now, they really haven't played any big competition yet, but that is impressive either way. Brantley County Groves, Brantley about 30-0.
Yeah, I expected that.
I think Brantley's been doing this since we were in high school, so they've been running that division. Vidalia versus Beach. Vidalia won 61-0. New Hampstead, Windsor. This was another game that y'all really wanted us to come out to, but we just couldn't make it.
Hey, I'm going to say one thing real quick. I'm not trying to film blowouts every week. So if y'all know the matchup isn't going to be close, don't flood my DMs talking about come to this game, I'm about to go crazy. I know you're going to go crazy. Everybody knows you're going to go crazy in that game. I'm trying to film good content, competitive games, close games. I'm not trying to see blowouts every week. So, just had to get that out real quick.
New Hampstead, Windsor, 56-6. I kind of expected this one. New Hampstead looked really good against Calvary in the preseason. And Windsor still has a lot to show. BC versus Chambers. Now, I actually was just informed a couple minutes ago that Chambers was talking a lot.
Yeah, I saw some
before
videos
and during this game.
Chambers was talking crazy, saying that BC traveled for no reason.
They don't deserve to be on
Georgia's
this
not ready
field.
for North Carolina.
These boys took this trip for no reason. Hey, y'all took this trip for no reason, bro. Oh, yeah!
First of all, everybody know, but them Georgia boys come different.
Yeah.
Them Georgia boys come different.
And I am glad that they went up there, handled business, came back, everyone got back safely. On to the next one, Jenkins versus Bluffton. Jenkins won 41-30. We're glad that they did bounce back this week.
We said it last week in episode 3. We said bounce back week for Jenkins, and they did it. So.
Now on to the other ones that are out of GHSA. St. Andrews versus Valwood. Valwood ended up winning this 50-29. We don't know a lot about Valwood, but
yeah.
It sounded like it was a high-scoring game, not a lot of defense on either side, but who knows?
Yeah.
Memorial Day came and won their second back-to-back weeks. Memorial won 14-0.
Man, shout out Coach Taylor.
Yeah,
man.
they're doing something over there.
Changing the program. They only won one game last year. Now they're sitting at 2-0.
They've already doubled it. And last but not least, Bethesda, John Wall. I did it again. John Paul.
What's up? You trying to play basketball, man? What's up, man? You keep saying John Wall.
Not yet. But Bethesda 44, John Paul Zilch, I believe. But going in, we're going to talk about the Friday night game first, and then we'll go back to the Thursday game. Friday game, Spencer, I was unable to go. Spencer went to the...
Traveled out to Richmond Hill for the 7A Richmond Hill, 5A Ware County game. Ware County was 15 or 14-0 last year, won the state championship. So, and they come down to Savannah in a couple weeks to play BC. So I was like, let me go, check them out, see how they look. They look good. The quarterback last year who won the state championship, I found out recently that he just transferred. So it wasn't the same guy who I wanted to see, but the backup quarterback who's now starting apparently, he looked good. In Richmond Hill, I don't know. I don't know too much about Richmond Hill, so I don't know if their quarterback is I don't know. Because he could throw the ball a little bit, but they weren't really throwing the ball at all. So it was can he throw? Can he not throw?
From what you were telling me, close until the third?
Oh, yeah, well, overall, it was a decent game till the third quarter. I want to say it was 14-7, late in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. And then Richmond Hill turned the ball over. And then after that, Ware County just never looked back. I want to say they had 2 turnovers back to back, and then they scored on both. One was a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Final score ended up being 28-7. So,
that does excite me for September 8th.
Yeah.
For BC versus Ware, that's going to be a really good game.
That's going to be a good game.
Honestly, great week altogether for that one.
I hope they let Luke just sling it.
They need to. Luke. Coach, if you're listening to us right now,
Man.
Let him throw the ball.
Please.
There's quarterbacks out there throwing for 400, 500 yards, and I believe he could do it if he wanted to. But obviously, I'm not the coach to run your team how you want to. But you should give him a shot. On to the other game of the week, Thursday, Savannah Christian versus Island. We talked about it a little bit. Savannah Christian looked good.
Yeah.
They looked real good.
Varsity only played the first half.
Yeah.
So,
if
that doesn't answer a lot of y'all's questions right there.
So I believe Zoe had 1 or 2.
Zoe, I want to say he had 2 touchdowns. Yep, he had 2 touchdowns. Kenry Wall had 2 touchdowns. Jamari, I'm blanking on his last name. Number 6 for Savannah Christian had 2 touchdowns, receiving and kickoff return. And somebody else scored. I want to say the quarterback had like a rushing touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they were spreading the ball everywhere. Defense was flying around. Like I said, Islands made a couple of plays that caught me by surprise. So I knew it caught Savannah Christian by surprise. But
if you watch the footage, there's definitely one that you could tell caught us by surprise because I wasn't in the right place to catch it all. But Islands
hold
have,
up, man.
Islands
Since we're talking
2
about
touchdowns.
it, no, time out. Since we're talking about it, go ahead and expose him real quick. So everybody knows I'm on one sideline, and then I have my brother on the other sideline. So we're getting 2 angles this year. We got my man Dougal out with us this year too. So I told him to be on the opposite side of my brother. That way we have all angles from wherever the ball goes. So Islands has a crazy touchdown pass. I'm not in the right spot. My brother's not in the right spot. So in my head, I'm like, oh, doesn't matter. Dougal's down there. He has it. I look up. Dougal's like 15 yards away from my brother. Not in the right spot.
I was chilling. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought the play was gonna be on the other side of the ball, if I don't say so myself.
Man has one job. You have one job.
It's okay.
Stand in your spot. That's all you have to do is stand in your spot.
It's a rookie mistake. It'll probably happen again, but
it better not happen again.
But going back to the game itself, Islands had some bright moments. Even like you said, even the backup quarterback came in there, threw a pretty nice dime, in the 4th, I believe.
Yeah.
But the issue at Islands is not the players, and I honestly can't even blame the coaches too much. It's the culture there in general. At one point, they tied the game up 7-7. Savannah Christian did take the next kickoff back, but it was like Savannah Christian took all the wind out of the sails with one play, and they didn't even try to pick it back up. So that's something that y'all need to talk about as a team. Y'all got to find someone in that locker room that can be the face of it and lead them, because this is above the coach. The coach can only do so much with the players. He can teach you how to play, he can teach you how to do things, but it depends on how bad you want to win. And the reason we say that is because me and Spencer sit here. We've been on a 1-9 team at Islands. We've done that. And the culture is what turned that team around. And our senior, we went from 1-9 our sophomore year to making the state playoffs our senior year. It's a culture thing. And Islands needs a culture change. But going out of that, they had some moments where they were bright. I do think they need to sling the ball a little bit more. They were trying to run on the number 1 prospect in his class at D-line. They were trying to run it straight at him.
And then they got Savannah Christian, first of all. Savannah Christian has the number 1 or number 2, depending on what rankings you're looking at, player in the 2025 class, Elijah Griffin, on one side on the line. Then you have the freshman, LaDamian Guyton.
Beast.
This kid is 14 years old, 6'3", 225 pounds, straight muscle.
He's a man.
Like, I don't remember any 14-year-olds looking like that back when we were 14.
I didn't look like that when I was 14. I don't look like that now.
I was about to say, I mean, yeah. But he's a freak. Like, this kid, and he's able to learn next to Elijah for the next 2 years. So those two, Savannah Christian, if they stay healthy, I'm calling it now, we'll have the best defensive line in the state. Like, that's my bold prediction. I'm calling it right now. If they stay healthy, if they all stay healthy, by the end of the season, they're going to be up there, top defense in the state.
But wrapping that up, our next episode comes out on Thursday this week, I believe. And we'll go over the games this week then. But thank you for spending your time with us on this Tuesday. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, grandmas, grandpas, cousins, whoever it is. Tell them to go watch it.
Everybody. Road to 5K, man. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost there.
We're trying to build something here. We're thinking about getting some stuff for the backdrop.
We are going, and I appreciate all the feedback y'all are giving us. I promise y'all, we're going to get the audio better. We're going to get the lighting better. I cannot stand these walls, but we can't do nothing about it. Like, at the moment, we're going to fix it,
But send some ideas. We're trying to make it high school themed, so to say. We don't want to put too much like random sports stuff up here, but if that's what it takes to make the backdrop look better, we're probably going to do it. But on that note, peace.
Cut on the track.